Hey friends, I have been actually super sick with COVID this last week, so I wanted to do something fun, heartwarming, and very nostalgic. So we're gonna play some Sims, and I'm gonna relive some of the mildly chaotic things that I did as a child. So let me show you what it was like to play Sims with a little itty bitty Dornish princess. I can't tell you guys how many times I played this trying to create a sim family that would actually function, because Sims 1 is hard to run on your computer. I swear, it's really hard. Anyway, as usual Sims fashion, we are starting with Mr. Joe Chaos. And right now he lives alone because, as a small child, when this came out, I realized that it's not that easy to run a family, so I thought, okay, let's just get a sim and we're gonna buy like the biggest lot, number 1 sim lane. It could be the house of your dreams. And little did I know, tiny little girl that I was, that I'm not a builder. And I will never be a builder, but we would try. So first thing I would do is build a giant square that pretty much comes all the way to the street, because who needs a yard? Then I'd get kind of mad about all the slopes, and you want to even out all the slopes, so I'd spend the money and be like, no, we're just gonna make this all flat. Everything has to be flat. So then look at this. We would have our giant box, well, sort of box. And then I'd realize I only have 196 simoleons left. So before I knew cheat codes, we would just go and find, your basic door, preferably as cheap as possible. We're gonna have to go with a nice beaded door. And then could we buy a bed? Probably not. So a fridge, not so much. So then little me would just think, why do you need a fridge when I could just buy him, like cookies whenever he gets hungry, or, this whole turkey, because he can eat, it's fine. We're just gonna get a job and everything will be okay. So we put the walls flat because nobody likes the walls up. And then we immediately go find a job and just get the highest paying possible job we can find. Entertainment career as a waiter for $100 a day. No, we need more than that. Oh wait, that's the only job. This is Sims 1 days. There's only one job. I guess you're a waiter now. And then I would kind of just be like, okay, now what? There's nothing here. And then this creepy mystery man comes to your door and leaves you a package of magical things. But that, my friend, that is for another day, because we're talking before Making Magic came out. And then Joe gets in his little beat up car and we go to work. And then little old me is like, well, what do I do while he's at work? Nothing. That's the answer, little me, nothing. Woohoo, we got $100. We're gonna see if there's a better job, because that's what we always do. We recycle our newspapers and we check for a better job. See, and now there's a daredevil career, so we can do 175 a day. Since, there's pretty much nothing to do in my giant box house, I would try and befriend whatever pet ever came my way. Because that's exactly what a man needs when you live alone in an empty box, is a pet cat. Though, of course, they never liked me, so we never really adopted any strays. It's impossible to make friends in this game. Or maybe I'm just bad at making friends. Who knows? So as Joe's happiness and health starts to slowly deteriorate, little me would start panicking a little, and I'd be like, okay, wait, I gotta take care of Joe. Joe, we just gotta make it through like one more day of work, and I can start to buy you stuff. Like, let's just make it through one more day, get 175 simoleons, and we can buy stuff. Like, we're gonna be in good shape. Don't you worry, Joe. And then you get the scary music. And it's just a raccoon. El Bandito. I love him. So it's okay, it's not a burglar. But I just gotta say, that music is terrifying to a tiny child. And all of a sudden, the carpool for Joe is about to arrive. Joe's picking up the trash. El Bandito is left behind for him, but he really has to pee. But Joe, just make it to work. Hold it till you get to work. We're gonna be okay. You can make it. Your carpool comes in 4, 3, 2, 1. And where's the carpool? There it is. Okay, go to work. And then he says, I don't want to go to work. I'm not going to work. I'm miserable. Joe, work has food and a bathroom. Go to work. You gotta just make it to work, man. And then we have money. We finally have like 400 simoleons, so I quickly run into build mode and I'm like, what does he need first? What's the most pressing matter? And it is food. So I think I'll just get him a pantry. It's fine. We can live off of a pantry. Still can't afford a toilet, let alone a shower. Pfft, beds. So then he can finally have a snack. Yeah, I know you're gonna wet yourself. Why didn't you go at work, Joe? Why didn't you go at work? Yeah, crying to your pee. I know, and you feel bad, but as a little kid, it's also kind of funny. So I feel good about myself. I feel good that Joe is not going to starve because, you know, we made it. We made it. We survived enough days, and we can finally, you know, clean up our pee, move on with our life, read the newspaper for fun every day. And this is how it goes for a couple days. My Sims, they survive off of a snack out of the pantry. They're barely making men's eat. I'm watching my simoleons dwindle every single day, and I can't get any of their motives up. And I'm wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why am I struggling? Shouldn't Sims be this fun game that like my cousin told me about, that you just play as these little people and it's great? Little did I know. And he eats snack after snack after snack, eating away his boredom, literally cutting my funds in half. When the carpool comes, I'm thinking, oh yay, more money. We can maybe afford something this time before Joe eats all of it. And all of a sudden she passes out and I'm like, wake up, Joe, get up, go to work. And see, here's the thing. I didn't know that they can just refuse to go to work. They're just like, yup, nope, not doing it, not going, taking a mental health day. And you know, sometimes if you spam it long enough and you say go to work, they'll do it. You know, you luck out. And Joe's a good boy. He goes to work. And you think like, okay, we have like 200 simoleons. Let's quick buy something before Joe eats his weight in whatever we have. So I get him cookies, you know, just to keep him happy. So maybe they'll be cheaper than snacks. And I think, you know, maybe I'll get him something fun, something to make him happy. So let's try the train set. And I realize that trains can only be used by kids. So we'll sell it and instead get him a tiny television. Joe, get up, your car's coming. Also, how mean is it? I didn't realize that, you know, he's a clean sim and he has no dishwasher or sink. So the dishes might just pile up if I buy cookies. Joe, are you gonna go to work today? Joe, are you gonna go to work today? You gonna go to work today, Joe? Just gotta spam it. You gotta spam it till he goes to work. This is the part that hurt me the most. Just kidding. But it is the part that really was the final nail in the coffin as a kid, and that's when you get mail. Because you open that mailbox and there's bills. That's the only thing in there. Feels like adult life. There's nothing but bills. And you look, and the bills aren't so bad. You know, but like we have a TV now, so we have electricity. The first time I ever saw the roaches, horrified. But I'm not gonna lie, my sim houses pretty much always had roaches because no matter what I did, I could not keep their houses clean. I just didn't have the patience for it. And one day, he would just pass out and not go to work. Which you can't make a sim pass out on purpose, so that was not scripted. It genuinely happens. They just pass out, they miss their carpool, and all of a sudden you're like, no, we need the money, go to work. And there's nothing you can really do. The first time with my single sim in its box household that I heard that noise and was fired just about scared the shit out of me. And when my sim got fired, I was like, what do I do now? What do I do now? I felt like an adult that was lost and was like, what do? I just got fired. I didn't know. I was like, I gotta wait for the newspaper the next day and, you know, try and find another job. I just gotta figure it out, get my life together. Here, Joe, I'll buy you some more cookies to make you feel better. Why don't we just get a whole turkey this time? And some cookies. You can survive off that for a while, right? Can you not eat the turkey? Oh my god, you can't even eat the turkey? How was little old me supposed to know that? Alright, Joe, the newspaper's here. It's time to find a job. No! What do you mean, Joe? You need a job. We can't pay for your snacks without a job. No. I don't care if you're depressed. Joe, I'm scared of what's going to happen to you. I'm a tiny little girl and I do not know what will happen if you don't get a job. And I wasted all our money on a giant turkey that you can't even throw away because we have no sink. Your cookies went bad too. Joe, just find a job, please. Find a job. No, I'm not going to find a job. So So as Joe here spends our very last 8 simoleons on snacks, I didn't know what to do. I was at a complete loss. I did not know where I went wrong or why my sim couldn't seem to keep a job or find a job and ate all his money. So there was nothing left. Our 3 simoleons was not going to buy anything else. Oh, and bills. Bills. More bills. I can't even pay $6 worth of bills. So you gotta sell something. We could sell our TV. That'll last you a few more days. Go ahead, Joe. Wake up and pay your bills. And it's gone. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for that. Traumatizing my tiny childhood self. So at this point, like, little child me knew there's nothing left to sell. There's nothing left in my house at all. And I just kind of watched in horror because I didn't know what happened. And, you know, we were out of money. We couldn't get any more food, and he had no stuff, and he refused to get a job. So I just kind of watched on super speed with anxiety that no child should feel. I'll tell you that when I was a kid, whenever I wanted to express, you know, these emotions about, you know, like hunger or missing social and things like that, I would most definitely act those out with my sister and in front of my mom, and she totally knew what we were talking about. So if I held my stomach, it was like, ah, she knew we were saying we were hungry. Or if it was like, woo, like I need the bathroom. Or the, you know, crying, it's like, I need social interaction, please. Yeah, I was a weird kid. The first time my sim ever died, I was in absolute shock and horror at this Grim Reaper, and just my sim curled up like that was so traumatizing. I just sat here watching it in like real time, and I cried. I definitely cried because I tried so hard. And then it just sits here fast forwarding with nothing but a grave until like you get this pop-up message about how all your sims died. And Joe's only worth $5 apparently. And you know, once the devastation wore off, I realized where I went wrong. Instead of having a single sim out there trying to make money and make their ends meet, you need 8. Because 8 adults isn't gonna earn enough money, because then you have 8 jobs. 8 adults, 8 jobs, all get them the highest paying job you can. It's perfect. What could possibly go wrong?